Sometimes I feel like I'm never going to achieve my goal or my dream of becoming a full-time social media influencer or content creator because of my financial situation. And it gets really discouraging because it's almost as if you can't or you shouldn't work so you can actually dedicate like a full 40-hour work week to just pursuing content creation, creating content, posting it, all of that. And it's almost as if you have to like be married to somebody who is rich, or you don't have to work in that relationship, or you have parents that can provide for you, and it's really hard if you're providing for yourself. And like it just makes me sad because like it always feels so far away because all the expenses build up and I have to put content creation on the side to take care of business. And it just makes me so sad.
They're in debt. They're probably in debt. What I've heard is that influencers will actually go out of their way to put a lot of the stuff on credit cards so that they can showcase themselves going on these vacations, so that they can showcase themselves having fun on these vacations, so that potentially a brand will pay for their vacations next time. So they'll go ahead and put a lot of stuff on credit cards. They'll go ahead and put that first class ticket on a card. They'll go ahead and put that handbag or that luggage that you see on a card just to prove to the brands that they also can do vacations and they also can create content.
Every time I open up this app, I kid you not, I see somebody talking about how are these 19 and 20-year-old influencers living in these skyrise apartments, driving fucking Lamborghinis, unboxing a $500 to $2,000 bag every week. As somebody that's been in the influencer space for over 10 years, let me tell you exactly how they're doing it. Obviously, some people are born lucky. They get born into rich families and their families take care of them, so they're able to shop like that. But let me tell you about the other 90%. I told you guys in a previous TikTok that I witnessed somebody's card get declined and they managed to open up another line of credit on their phone in under 10 minutes and pay for said bag that was thousands of dollars. I have watched people film $10,000 shopping haul and then go and return all of it. I'm sure you guys have come across those girls that are like, I don't wear things more than once. Yeah, because most of them are returning it. Like, not the fake bouginess. How are they driving these expensive ass cars? Child, they are renting them by the week. I'm talking spending $1,000 to fake flex a car, film a whole fucking car tour just to have to return it. So I say do not believe everything that you see online because most of it is fucking fake. I have had at least 10 influencers tell me that they have never paid their taxes. These big mansions and nice apartments you see them living in, they don't own them, they're renting. That's why it always fucking gags me when I see people that I used to be cool with e-begging online talking about, can you guys donate money to me, when they used to spend like $12,000 a month on their apartment. Like, baby, if you would have saved that money and just bought a house, you wouldn't be on here doing all this. Talking about Lion! He said the Lion! Another galaxy, another rose. Bitch, get a fucking grip. Why didn't you invest in a home? Like, why didn't you buy a house instead of renting these big mansions? Like, why do so many people just rent these big homes instead of making actual investments? Well, there's something required if you want to be able to get a good mortgage at a good rate. And that's good credit. Do you really think somebody who is constantly maxing out their credit cards, not paying them, and then opening brand new ones to live beyond their means has good credit? Sure, you can get a house with shitty credit, but you're going to have to put down a fat down payment. You think they have that if they're maxing out their credit cards once again? So it's literally a whole fucking cycle. Like I said, don't believe the shit that you see online. It is all fucking fake. Like, do not be jealous of anybody's life. Like, just don't. Plus, most of these people are fucking miserable, okay? Okay, I'm done. Bye.
Honestly, what you're watching is created highlight reels of these people. Some of these influencers are not rich. In fact, they're broke. They only allow you to see the part they want you to see. Some of the cars are being leased. Some of the houses are just rented for a few hours just to take pictures.
We basically found out that a lot of creators and influencers are broke.
Celebrities are broke as fuck. The label owns them. They are literally a slave to the label, okay? I work with ton of celebrities, worked with ton of celebrities, and I just want y'all to know that the budget never budgets. It is rare that they want to give you your full rate, okay, for a project. Everything is nickeled and dimed, and everything is for a post, okay? Everything is for, oh, I'll put it on my Instagram, I'll tag you, I post you. Everything is collaborations, okay? Everyone comes together for that post, okay, that's put out to the world, to make it look like it's something that it's fucking really not behind the scenes, bitch. Behind the scenes, it took them up to 30 days to pay the artist. Also, it was below the rate, bitch, because it was from a celebrity, okay? Everything gives charity, and that's the reality of it. Y'all guys sit there and watch these people with their fake chains, with their Balenciaga bags, and y'all guys think, oh my God, they're so wealthy, bitch. No, that is not wealth, okay? That is imprisonment. Also, don't clock me because my hair is wrapped up. But I just want to let y'all guys know because y'all know nothing. Y'all need to learn. Anyways, bye. And this is why I'm very reluctant to working with a celebrity, picking a celebrity to work with, and I have said no to celebrities. I don't give a shit. Because what the fuck am I gonna work for? A hope and a dream, bitch?
That's it. Everything is created. Everything is fake. Those penthouses that they take pictures with, it's not theirs. It's being rented for, let's say, for an hour. They can't even afford the daily fee. The Lamborghini, the Rolls Royces, is not theirs. It's being rented. These celebrities or influencers only allow you to see the part that they want you to see. And that's why it's called social media.
I got some hot tea on social media. Influencers seem less and less relatable because of showing a life that doesn't seem real. Some people think that they're trying to impress other people, but actually they're trying to impress brands showing the perfect curated life. I was able to build a bigger community here on TikTok talking about fashion, but a lot of brands simply won't work with me because my content is simply not perfect. Undone hair, no makeup, my husband's sweater, sitting on the floor of my corridor, decluttering my shoes. Sometimes you'll see me dress super nicely. I can really go from one extreme to the other, but I refuse to perfectly style myself for every video because my life is not that perfect and it will never be. I work full time and I take my time to create content, so I'll rather focus on giving you the right research, bringing value rather than bringing the aesthetic. Despite my videos performing well, I don't think Jimmy Choo will reach out to me, even though there's probably many people that bought a Jimmy Choo because of me, because I don't fit the aesthetic. The big fashion brands, hotels, or beauty brands that are connected to fashion will search for the perfect person to represent them and their aesthetic, instead of searching for someone who represents their community. Because what happened now is that we are overloaded with a lot of perfect curated content, that everything seems a bit generic and you want to get to know the person, but you can't because aesthetics don't allow us to get to know a person because we're just consuming a photo or a video that is just aesthetic. The ironic thing is that I'm actually a luxury consumer, so I would be the ideal consumer of those exact brands, and I notice that I don't consume a lot of aesthetic content anymore. Especially with age, I want to connect to a person and not to a photo. I also don't want to look like someone I don't know. I don't look up to someone I don't know. I do work with some brands and I was able to go on influencer trips with big influencers, and they, for example, let me know that they never pay for a hotel. They will always write them and get the nights there for free. Some even get paid on top. Even though I have great story views and video views, if I go and reach out to a hotel and say, can I get some free nights? You'll get stories and videos in exchange. They will be like, no, you don't match our aesthetic. And they would choose to work only with those that superficially fit their standards. Analytical me went and checked out those influencers that were getting free trips. I was surprised from a business perspective, beautiful and aesthetic, but totally inconsistent when it came to views. And the hotels didn't even use their pictures on their account or homepage. If I was the PR, I would have not chosen the influencer. Instead, I would have gone for UGC, which would have been cheaper. Aesthetics will remain important because we do like to consume aesthetics as well. In the future, I feel like the people will want to connect to the person more over the aesthetic content. But as long as brands focus on these perfect aesthetics, the influencers will continue showing the perfect lives. That's why social media is perceived as fake often. Let me know your thoughts on this topic. What content are you consuming and what kind of people do you follow? And also let me know if you want more insider information regarding influencing, because I have a lot of them.
You see, some of these influencers are not even doing it to impress the fans. They're doing it so that they will have the perfect lifestyle that brands will look up to sign them. Those lifestyle are what brands will look out for and know that they're best fit for an endorsement. And here you are worrying and comparing yourself to them. Whereas those hotels that you see them go and take pictures with, they can't even afford the pay. It's free of charge because in exchange for sleeping there, they will make an advert for those companies or for the business owners. And that's why I want to tell you that social media is fake. They let you see what they want you to see. That is why it's called social media.
Okay, so I don't know about y'all, but I've noticed that there's a huge influx of broke-ass influencers on TikTok that are begging for money, and some of them even being involved in scams. Yesterday, I saw this TikToker who had almost 1 million subscribers or followers, and she was involved in a GoFundMe scam, and the GoFundMe got shut down. And it's just like, the problem with so many of these TikTokers is that, or any influencer, is that they're living above their means. And something that my grandma taught me as a kid that I'll never forget is she said, if you cannot buy something with cash in hand right now, then you cannot afford it. Or if the money isn't in your checking account right now, the full amount, you can't afford it. And it's like, I've seen so many scandals over the years of influencers, from YouTube or any, community, that have gone broke because they start to live above their means. And you should never live above your means in life if you don't want to set yourself up for failure. Like, let's say an influencer makes $40,000 in, their first big payout month, right? And it starts to become consistent. Okay, great. But then they decide they want to go rent or lease an LA mansion for $15,000 a month, right? And just because they were making $40,000 a month consistently for a while, it doesn't mean that money is going to stay. Because life works in ebb and flows. Life works in patterns. It has ups and downs, ups and downs, and ups and downs. So learn firsthand from these influencers. Definitely do not live above your means. Have a goal in life, a goal you want to meet of the life you want to live, and then take actionable and reasonable steps to get there. It's like I said with the house example, a lot of these influencers, right, the money comes in, but they're taking too large of a leap. Like my grandma said, if you cannot buy it in cash, in full, you cannot afford it.
You need to stop comparing yourself to others. You have different life. You came from different family. You don't bear the same name. Even though you bear the same name, you are not born by the same mother. Even though you are born by the same mother, you are not the same person. So live within your means. Just accept your own life. Work hard. Make your own money through any means that is best for you. And just live your own life and stop looking at people. Stop comparing yourself to others. Because comparison, honestly, is a thief of joy. And that's not something I need to go through.
Listen, if I see one more big influencer come on here and say that a product is life-changing, it's to die for, it's a game changer, knowing they probably just got that product in the mail yesterday, they probably just opened that product today, they haven't even used it yet, they're going to come on here and try to fool their millions of followers into buying a $60 skincare item, even though just yesterday, the week before that, they were saying that some new skincare product was game changing and cleared all their acne. Like, girl, you are saying this every single week. Like, where's your ethics? Where's your integrity? At what point do these influencers think, you know what, maybe I should be a little bit more honest, and maybe I should be a little bit more real with my millions of followers, many of which are struggling financially? Like, how could any person come on this app and every single day, multiple times a day, claim that every single product they are given for free is a game changer? They act like every single product is a 5 out of 5 rating. Here's the thing, and this is a fact. If I were to go on Amazon and I were to buy 150 items in a month, do you honestly think that 150 items, every single one of them I would love? Every single one I would give a 5 out of 5 review. Every single one I would say is life-changing. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So the fact that we have big influencers on here with millions of followers thinking it is okay to continue to deceive hardworking Americans, it just pisses me off. And this is why, I have offers every single day in my mailbox that I could get a product for free as long as I do a video within 7 to 14 days. I rarely do it because if even a slight part of me thinks I won't love the product, I won't use the product, I'm not doing it. Because I personally cannot come on here and try to deceive people for $8 commission. I'm not saying you guys are doing that, but there are people on here, huge creators, that 100% do it every single day and they don't see any problem with it. I'm tired of seeing it.
And another annoying part of these influencers is that they introduce the product that they know they're not going to use to their followers because they have huge fan base. People that are influencing, they try to introduce fake products or the product that they have not tested to those people. But when they're coming out to make the video, they will obviously assure you that it's 100% trusted, something that they have not even used, and that's very bad. That's a form of dishonesty, and I really hope that influencers will stop that and start living a better life. It's not all of them that usually do this, but I know that I've seen many of them that they usually deceive their fans and they introduce products that are totally fake to their fan base. Yes, I've seen them, and I hope that they will stop.
I feel like we need to tell the truth. Yes, influencers are liars and scammers, especially us beauty influencers, and I am the main culprit. And there is something really big that I have not been honest with you guys about, and I feel like now is the time to really get into the nitty-gritty and just open up. And it's not just me, I'm pretty sure all beauty creators do feel this way. We're all keeping this little secret that we haven't been honest about. As a beauty creator, my favorite thing isn't putting on makeup, it's taking the shit off. After at least 8 hours of filming content for you guys today, which I do love, I can say with 100% confidence that my favorite part of this entire day is taking the shit off. I always try to use something that's going to be effective but at the same time gentle on my skin, which is always going to be Garnier, who's known for their micellar waters, and it's obviously for a reason. It just gets everything off and makes it so easy. Oh, that feels so good. With just one cotton round of Garnier, I was able to get half of my makeup off. When y'all say take her swimming for a first date, I ain't got nothing to hide. Beautiful with and without. Oh, and to those of you who think that all influencers and creators are money-hungry gremlins, this is not an ad or sponsored. This is me just being a human. So yes, you know what? I am a lying, conniving influencer because as much as I love makeup, I love this a lot more. It's time for bed.
Did you hear that? Even an influencer have confirmed that most influencers are scammers. They introduce products that they don't use, and they assure you that it's 100% trusted, that they have used it and confirmed that it's trusted. You can go ahead and use it. Because they're influencing you, of course, you may want to use it because your big influencer have told you to do so. But I really want to tell you that not everything you see online is the way it is. Not everything you see online you should copy. So just know what you follow. Know the things you believe online, because social media is fake. Everything is fake. Thank you so much for watching to the end. If you get anything from this video, please give it a thumbs up, share to many people so that they will be aware of this. And if you want to see more amazing content like this, please subscribe now and turn on your bell notification so that you don't miss out on my next video. That being said, I will see you in the next one.